all of a sudden it's like, guys, you have to go.
Literally, everyone was like, okay.
You're all out on the sidewalk passing around a handle. Like, just take a stop. Right. I got a podcast! I to the no. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Literally Screaming. Everybody in the stands are taking off their clothes. They're throwing lingerie at us. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. We don't want to see your naked body parts. Or maybe guys, maybe we do. Maybe today's today I come up in the stands and I get naked with you guys. What do you say? Just kidding. I can't do that. I'm too insecure for all of that. But today, again, we have another amazing guest, the one, the only, Laura Marano. But before Laura comes out here and before she graces us with her presence, we are actually going to be doing another Spencewuah Reacts, where again, I will react to things in the media that I haven't heard of before. And recently, I've been really liking doing Reddit threads, so I am actually going to be doing another Reddit thread today, answering a question and giving advice. So let's hop into that, shall we? Segment segue! So the topic of today's Reddit thread is, my school does not allow same-sex couples to do senior walk. So I, 17 female, have prom coming up in March 2024. Due to me being a senior this year, I will be participating in senior walk. I plan on taking my girlfriend, but I was just informed that while she can be my date, she can't do senior walk with me. My family is supportive, and so is my girlfriend's. I live in the US, but the state is highly conservative. I don't know what to do. See, this is where I draw the line with a lot of things, because I know for a fact that the only reason they're saying no is because this is your girlfriend, as opposed to if it was a girl who was just a friend and you were like, oh, I don't have a date. Can I bring my friend with me? You grew up and you're saying that you're in a highly conservative state. So that's where I get concerned, because I want to give you really good advice. But then again, I grew up in New Jersey where it was very liberal and kids were out and about and they were able to come out of the closet at, I guess, not even young ages, but we had a GSA club in my high school. And even when I talk about that with some people from other states that I've just met, they're like, it's the most bizarre idea to them that a high school would actually have a gay straight alliance club. And I am just more concerned for your safety, if anything. Because again, you said the state is highly conservative. Because if it wasn't and your school was just being assholes, I would show up in a suit. And I would show up in a suit and I would paint my face to make it look like I had a beard. And then I would say that this is my girlfriend. And I would talk really deep like this, but I can't. But it's again, this is tricky, because I want to be able to tell you to just walk with her. But then again, it's a safety issue. And I'm not saying a safety issue for others. I'm saying for you. And I also don't want them to revoke certain senior activities from you for breaking the rules. Honestly, I would just lie and say that the person you're taking is your best friend. Even though that's very disheartening to have to lie about not dating someone, if you still want her to come with you, I would lie to the school. I would say, oh, this is my really good friend, and I would still hold their hand. I would still walk the hallways with them. But it's just a matter of how can I properly put this into words? I again went to a very liberal high school. So I personally don't understand why a school system would do this to somebody. But yeah, I'd say just lie your ass off. That's what I would do. I would lie and I would say, that's my friend. And lying about them not being your significant other and lying and saying that they're your friend isn't something you should be ashamed of, because I feel it's almost as though you might feel like you're hiding, but you're not. I feel if you really want them there, I would lie. Say that it's my best friend. I don't have a date. They're going to be my date. And you know what? They're probably going to say, okay, cool. Because people are just so stupid. People have rocks for brains. It's unbelievable. Whereas simply just changing the phrase of my girlfriend to my girl who is a friend, I guarantee they'd be oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we don't mind. Hopefully that works. Again, I'm not fully experienced. I didn't even know what a senior walk was, to be honest. So I just hope you're safe, especially being in a conservative state. I hope you're happy, healthy. And you know what? Even if they don't let your girlfriend walk with you, you can I would walk around the school with her, or like even on a day that it isn't the senior walk, just walk around the schools and do your own thing. And even if you have supportive friends, see if they'll walk with you guys and you can have your own senior walk, because screw the people who are telling you no. That's, again, my opinion. All right, everybody. Now that I've gotten all of that off my chest and I've hopefully given you some sound advice, please welcome to the set the one, the only, Laura Marano. Woo! You look so good.
Thank you.
I already said that earlier, but I had to say it again.
I brought pajamas.
No, it's okay. I love when I always underdress on purpose. Like I tell people to like dress up and look really good because you guys are the guests. Like you look good. I can be in my
You are very giving. I'm just obsessed with the blankets.
Really?
Yes.
I actually drew this design.
I'm so gullible, so if you are messing with me.
No, I drew all of that too.
Are you being serious?
I'm so serious.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I drew this.
You drew this design?
Yeah, I drew
this
the
is
amount.
so good.
Thank you.
I can't draw at all, so I don't even, I have a hard time believing it because it's so good.
I drew it on my iPad. Also, you smell really good.
That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said. I always am so insecure about how I
your
smell.
smell?
Yeah, because I have a really bad sense of smell.
You
so
do?
I do. And so I'm like literally so insecure that I smell all the time. So and sometimes I'm like, do I put too much perfume on?
No, you like smell very good. And like you smell very sweet. For anyone wondering, Laura smells like very sweet. Like it's like a nice like.
Not always, but today
you smell
especially.
really good.
I'm so bummed that we didn't, because we were supposed to do this a couple weeks ago and then I got COVID.
Yeah, how are you feeling, by the way?
So much better.
Were you
yes.
asymptomatic or like did you have symptoms?
I had symptoms. Yeah, I had symptoms. I like know exactly how I got it. Like I literally hung out with someone and they had it. I didn't know until like the next day. So it was very, it was my second time getting it, which I hated. But the first time I got it, I have no idea how I got it. I was on tour, so there's many options of how I possibly got it.
Yeah.
This time, there was just one option.
Yeah, I've had COVID twice.
Okay, we're in the twice club.
And the first time I was asymptomatic. Second time, it was like I got hit by a boulder. I felt like I was like bedridden. I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah, I thought I actually had like the flu really, really bad. But that happens to me. I feel like I've talked about this before. I don't know. Me personally, I always know when I'm like around the time I'm going to get sick.
Same.
Because I don't get sick often, but maybe like once every 4 years, I'll get really sick.
Not same for me. I get
Really?
sick so often. Yeah, I mean, I just have really bad sinuses.
Oh, okay.
So I just constantly, I actually think I don't get as sick as I could, given like sometimes my crazy schedule, and I'm like a big hugger, and I regret none of those things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do get sick a bit. Yeah.
See, I like it's like very like once in a blue moon. But when I get sick, it's
you
like
get sick.
Yeah, like before I had COVID, the last time I was sick, I was like in the hospital.
Oh my God.
I had something called the adenovirus.
What is that?
So it essentially really it'll attack your bronchial glands. And at the time I had asthma and I was also overweight. So when I had it, it feels like someone is sitting on your chest. And I thought I had bronchitis, but apparently it's just like a rare virus that literally attacks your bronchial glands. And
oh my God.
I was in and out of the hospital because they didn't know what was wrong with me until they finally did a chest x-ray. And then
I'm like, why didn't they do it
to begin with? Well, the first hospital I went to wasn't like great. But then my aunt is an x-ray technician, and she's actually the one who was like,
God. Yeah,
get an x-ray done immediately. So I did, and then it was like, ooh.
You're like,
and I got my antibiotics.
And they were a lifesaver.
They literally saved my aunt was telling me how if we had come in like a week later, like I would have had like serious problems.
Oh
like
my
I would have
God.
been in the hospital. So we're glad we caught it when we did.
Yeah, that definitely is always a little scary. I do think, God, I'm the type of person where I kind of see everything in multiple ways, meaning like what I was about to say, I'm also like, well, I also understand why this happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like you do always have to kind of fight for your health because there's just like a consistent influx of people, and I do feel like nurses and doctors like consistently overwork, and I can imagine that they can sometimes have their minds in a lot of different places,
Yes.
which is understandable, but that's why I think you have to really be an intense patient and kind of be like, but this.
Yes.
And then
like,
that's personally not my personality at all. Oh my God, I just spit.
no, it's literally, I spit all the time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it comes
It
fine
happens.
out.
Okay,
Do you
great.
ever, it's called gleeking. I think that's what it is. Where like under your tongue.
Why do I feel like it has something to do with Glee?
Oh, speaking of, I just recently started watching a documentary called The Price of Glee.
Oh my God. What?
And it's really interesting. It basically,
What is it on?
It's on, I'm watching it on Amazon Prime, and it's really about how like they were severely overworked. Like if they weren't filming their show, it was like voiceovers, on tour, dance lessons. And I was like, wow. And I'm only on the first episode still, but it's very...
It's already like so intense.
It's a docu-series, and it's only, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, but it's really good.
I just love that what you were about to describe was called gleeking. Like, where did that come from?
I don't know, but it's when like the bottom of your tongue, like, is it just like sprays?
I don't know. I don't know what is my spitting mechanisms. I don't know.
It's not even like spit. It's just like literally, it's like it just sprays out.
It does happen to me a bit. Like I never know, do you bring it up? Like when I usually don't like actually like it doesn't land on people.
Yeah.
But still, like I'm assuming that people have seen it because I just saw it. So like, do you bring it up? Is it weird to bring up? Is it weird? Like I never know what to do. I never know what the right thing to do is.
Because it's like if you don't bring it up, it's like I'm an overthinker. So if I don't bring it up, like if I accidentally spit and I'm like, oh sorry, I accidentally spit, in my head I feel like someone's gonna be like, ew, you just spit.
And you didn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, but it's like when I acknowledge it, I can make it less serious and be like, oh, I'm really sorry it didn't get on you, but like I just spit a little, this and the third, but like realistically.
That's how I hope it's gonna sound, but every time I do it, it then makes it like weirder. And then everyone's like, well, I didn't even see it, so I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and I'm like,
but I mean, honestly, everyone does it.
Everyone does it, right?
Everyone does it.
Everyone does it. And that's...
Oh, sorry, keep going.
I was just gonna say, and that's the way with life, isn't it?
Crumbles. How was your weekend?
It was good. I just released my album, so
How is that?
Oh my God, it was so overwhelming. I've been working on this album for literally years, and I feel like I did a release party for it, and I like never do release party. I've like never, I don't know if I've ever done a party in my adult life, to be honest.
Are you more introverted? Like you would rather like stay at home type
I love staying at home. I also love the people in my life too, and I love hanging out with people. And I remember performing at the Roxy a few years ago, and I remember after that, everyone was like, what are we doing? Like, what's the after party? And I regretted not having an after party because then everyone kind of did their own thing.
Yeah.
It was like, when are you coming to hang with me? And I was like, so I really wanted one singular place that I could bring all the people that I love in my life and just like celebrate. But then that is so intense because there were like a lot of people there.
Or was it like at your house?
No, it was at this venue, and I went like really intense with the party. Like, you know, some people do like a normal party that like make sure you have like drinks and food. I like had I had like activities. So there were puppies. So there was like a puppy part of the party. There was introvert's corner. So anyone who's like an introvert, I loved it very much. I was like, there was you could listen to the album. I didn't want to just like play the album. It's not really an album. You just play in the background personally. I think and it felt like kind of awkward and a little like indulgent a little bit. And so there was a specific place where you could listen to the album, but you could listen in this classic like VW bug.
Oh, that's so sick.
I think the best way to listen to music is in a car, so I want to recreate that experience. And then the whole party was like a map of LA with a bit of a twist. So that we had
that is so cool.
Weird but cool, right?
Did you make this like up yourself?
Yeah, I was
like if I were to ever throw a party, like I would have to probably call you or someone else because I'm horrible with like planning things and not even planning, but like themes.
So here's the thing though, I'm just weird. So I'm like not even that good at like planning it. Like I felt bad for everyone around me because I was just like trying to describe what was in my head.
What was
And
the
everyone's-
introvert corner like?
Okay, so it's basically this room where you're not allowed to use the internet.
Okay.
You're not allowed to use your phone unless you have a flip phone, because I used to have a flip phone.
Yeah.
So this is what the sign said. But we had like journaling, Sudoku, crossword puzzles.
I love all of those
Right,
things.
right?
I do Sudoku every single morning.
It's my favorite.
I need to put you on, this isn't sponsored, but I need to put you on an app. Well, first of all, do you have the New York Times app?
Okay, I don't have the New York Times app, which I'm the only person in the world who doesn't. But I still Wordle every day.
I only have the app for Wordle, and they just added a new game called
Connections.
Connection.
Oh,
yes,
yep. Oh,
you get me, you
I am
get
on
me.
Connections. What did you do? I haven't done it today. Did you do it yesterday? I nailed yesterday.
I did horrible yesterday, but today for Connections, I did so good.
Okay, I'm really excited.
And then I do the Wordle, and then I do Sudoku, and then I'll do like the mini crossword of the day. But then there's another app that I use, and it's just like brain games, like Impulse, and they have like,
I want this.
it's so good. And like, I'll even show you.
I want this
I
app.
use it all the time. And then, okay, so they have this right here.
Oh, I'm already obsessed.
So it's like, these are like awake and focus. So like when you wake up, you can do this one, and then advanced brain marathon. But then aside from all of these, you also have like just regular games where you can like, if you want to relax, they have like these. And it's just, even like
oh my God,
this game, this is like actually my favorite game ever. You make words out of what's down there.
Okay, do you have that separate app? There's another
I
app.
know exactly. I had it for the longest time, and then I got rid of it.
Oh my God, that is my app.
The
like
one
literally.
it's the one that what's it called? It's the one where like there's like the scenery.
Yes, that's exactly
I
what
know
it
you're
is.
talking about.
Wordscapes.
Yes. I used to be on that one all the time, but then I just remember this is so bad. See, like I can't cheat on this one. And like I would get like stumped so hard, and I'd be like,
You would cheat?
I would
How do you
have
cheat?
to.
How would you cheat?
You literally, I'm not joking, you type in
The letters?
yeah.
You're
they'll, like,
joking.
and they'll like, even because like it's like a Scrabble.
So how do you not do that? How do you not cheat with this?
I'm disciplined now.
Oh, good.
See,
okay,
I was
growth.
like, before I was like, I can't do it. But now I'm like,
We love growth.
thank you.
Yes. So that was Introvert's Corner. So we had all these sections because I'm like, I think it's so important for a part of a party to have. I always wanted to have like a part of
That's,
the
like,
party
my
that was just for people. They need a break from socializing for a sec. But I really want to make sure that they couldn't go on their phones or the internet. Like I have a whole part of my album about the internet. And so it's all album themed as well. Like the drinks that were there were like named after drink titles. Like I have a song on the album called Plans Change. The puppy part of the party was called Pause Change.
That's so cute.
And like the whole aesthetic of the album was like very old Hollywood. So we had an old Hollywood section. I love, like very influenced by Joni Mitchell and Carole King and like the 60s. So then we had a Laurel Canyon section, but it was like 60s themed. And then we had the Valley, because I have a song called The Valley. I'm from the Valley. So it was like a map of LA with a little bit of a twist.
That is sickening.
I loved it so
See,
much.
like if I ever wrote an album and I had a release party, I'd be like, okay, guys, I have like a bottle of wine, and we're just gonna like watch a movie on my couch while I like play it for you guys.
You know what? I wish I could have enjoyed the party a lot more. Like by the time I was like ready to enjoy it, the party was here's the things I would have done
Were you
different.
like so stressed out about it that when it was happening, it just happened so quick?
I just had a lot to do, so I was like taking videos for like sponsors and like doing all these kind of different things. So here's what I would have done different. What I would have done different is I would have made the party longer. So we were like kicked out of the venue at a certain point.
Yeah.
So everyone was still there and like willing to hang. And I literally I premiered my music video that my sister directed, which is really amazing. And I know I made this whole speech and I'm like, let's all like get drunk and have a good time. And like everyone was like, yeah. And then just like everyone got kicked out. So I was like,
you're like, let's get drunk.
And
all of a sudden it's like, guys, you have to go.
Literally, everyone was like, okay.
You're all out on the sidewalk passing around a handle. Like, just take a shot, girl.
Everyone was like, what's the after party? Like, we want to keep going. And I did have an interview like really early the next day. But the second thing I would definitely do over if I could, I 100% listen, I'm independent, doing things on a budget, we're making it work. I for sure would have spent the money in having a cleaning crew, and we did not have a cleaning crew, which meant that
like, is there like a deposit? Okay.
Which meant that like we stayed for hours to clean after, and I'm happy we got it. We like cleaned it. That place looked freaking amazing. But I was like, that was something that I think I would have done differently.
Yeah, you wish you probably could have like gone home and slept.
Maybe.
When you were mentioning the introvert corner, you know what that made me think of?
What?
When I used to go to like church and like Catholic school and they had the baby room. Did you have that at your church?
The baby room.
Where like if a baby cries, it's like soundproof, so like you can still hear the priest, but like no one.
Well, I remember going to church when I was really, really, really young, and that was the room I was in. So I feel like that's the only room I've ever known.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I guess like when I went to school, because I went to a Catholic high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did mass in like the auditorium. So we didn't have, I mean, it makes sense. There weren't babies. I mean, I guess there could have been, but there weren't. So we didn't have a baby room. But yes, 100%. It's like the room where, I don't know if people, I never got to really check it out. So I got to check it out after the party was done and I was like cleaning it up. But it does seem like people went there. It feels like everyone had a really good time. So I was happy about that.
See, like for me, I feel like my apartment is my own little introvert room. I have like a swinging chair in my apartment. It's like usually I feel like it's meant to be like outside on a balcony, but I was like, no, I want like
inside.
And it's like it's not like connected to the ceiling. It's apartment friendly, and then I have like my little beanbag underneath it. So then I sit in the chair, it swings, and then I have my beanbag, and I like will sit in there and I'll read. Do you read?
I love reading.
Really?
I feel like my reading has gotten a little worse as I've gotten older, which I don't love. But I always loved reading. Like that was my favorite thing in the entire world. And I feel like I've replaced it a little bit with now just things you can do on your phone.
Okay.
Which I don't love. Like, because I don't end up really just, when I'm on my phone, I just end up working mostly or doing mindless stuff that makes me feel like I'm still in work mode, even if I'm not. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
So yeah, I miss reading. Every once in a while, I'll read like a book I've read before, and that gives me so much joy, whether it's like a Jane Austen novel or like I love just, I don't know, like teen, like YA stuff.
Do you like, well, what's your like go-to genre? Because I love to read.
Okay, so what are you reading right now?
Okay, so right now I read like The Giver. I was just like rereading it. So I read The Giver and now I'm reading, it's called The Blue Gathering. And it's just like.
I never read The Blue,
It's like a partner to The Giver.
I never read The Blue Gathering, but I read The Giver.
But they're like fast reads. But there are like 2 books that are like my all-time favorite right now, at least. One is called The Midnight Library. It's about this girl, and she essentially is just like, she's given up on life. Like she's losing her job, and she decides to like overdose on sleeping pills. And
oh my God.
While she is overdosing, she ends up in a stage between life and death. And she ends up at this place called the Midnight Library, where she can basically tell the librarian, I want to see what my life would have been like if I had, for example, like she used to be a swimmer. Yeah, she was like, if I just stuck with swimming. And then she gets to live out, if she'll start reading the book, and then she starts living out what her life would have been like. And if she finds a life that she enjoys enough, she will end up like becoming that person, not like taking over that person's body, but more so she'll remember the Midnight Library, but it'll feel like it was a dream.
I'm obsessed.
You have to read
I'm
that
obsessed.
One. It's so
I'm obsessed. I'm like, have to read that. Midnight Library?
Yeah, the Midnight Library. And then there's another one called Hidden Pictures. And that one's more of like a horror book.
Ooh, so fun.
And that one's about essentially this girl. She is trying to like find her footing again. She just got out of rehab. She was addicted to opioids. And she ends up nannying for this family. And this little kid that she takes care of, he starts drawing like these really, really bizarre like pictures. Like, and it gets to a point in they show you the pictures too, which is really cool.
Oh my God, in the book?
Yeah.
Love that.
And it gets to a point where like she'll like see him drawing and she's like, oh, that's really cute. And then there's like moments where like suddenly he's like drawing the most detailed pictures ever.
Oh my
God.
God.
Like she's looking at it and she's like, what the hell? Like, how is a little kid drawing this? And it's It's really good. It's not like scary to the point where you're like, I have to put it down, but it's like, it's
a thriller.
Chilling. Yeah, it's
Okay,
good.
okay. Oh, I love that.
If you're into that. I like more so like fast paced.
Okay, got it.
Aside from Stephen King, he's slow, but I'll
But
like.
you'll be in.
Yeah, it takes like a chapter or two.
One of my favorites, and which is not fast paced at all, to be honest with you. Huge book. I don't know if you ever read it in high school, but East of Eden.
That sounds so familiar.
John Steinbeck, way faster paced book that he has is Of Mice and Men.
Okay, then I know that one.
But East of Eden, oh my God, that book I remember just rocked me in high school, and I like have been really wanting to reread it because it just is.
What is it about?
It's this multi-generational story that just deals with so many things. It deals with sibling dynamics. It deals with like patterns in families and whether like they're gonna get broken or not. It's so good. Right. It's so good.
I love when a book like does that.
Yes.
Like you're just talking about it, you're like, yes.
It just like brings, I just like sobbed while reading it. I do love reading something.
That'll make you cry.
Yes, I do.
I've only ever cried with one book, and that was
the book?
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Ooh, I've never heard of that one.
That one's really good. It's basically, this is like a synopsis. I don't want to give anything away.
Okay.
This girl, I forget what year it is, but she essentially, they talk about in the book how you can pray to the gods, but when you pray at night, when the sun is down, like you can get like answers like from other entities, but they're not good. Like they're gonna trick you. And her family's about to marry her off, and she's like, I don't want to get married. Like she taught herself how to draw, write. She's like not allowed to read. Like they're not allowed to know how to read, and like her dad still taught her, and she's like, I can't do this. Like I want to be free. I want to be completely free. And she prays, and then this being shows up and grants her wish.
But makes her invisible.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
She doesn't. It's not that she becomes invisible. It's just whenever she meets someone, they immediately forget her. So she like goes back home to see her family, and they don't know who she is anymore. But mysteriously one day she goes to a bookstore, and she's trying to steal a book. And she's like walking out of the bookstore, and the guy behind the counter is like, hey, I saw you steal the book. And she's like, I'm just going to keep walking because when I walk out the door, he'll forget who I am.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. And then you have to like keep reading and like find out why he doesn't, or like why he does remember her and like no one else does. And it's just.
Oh my God.
That book is like my like. Ooh.
What's it called again?
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and it's by V.A. or V.S. Schwab. Something along those lines, but it's so good. That made me, I did
Invisible
bawl my
Life.
eyes
Okay,
out,
I feel like, weird question to ask. Do you like crying?
See, I, like, for fun.
Like, I feel like I have, like, such a weird relationship with it in terms of, because sometimes it can feel so, I think crying with art. Like, reading a book or watching a movie or listening to a song. Okay. I feel like that like can feel so freeing in some ways.
Yeah, and also really touching too. Like if something that was created can make you or evoke that much emotion in you where it's like you feel that pain in your chest. Yes. Even though like like even when reading a book, it's like this didn't really happen, but like you somehow as an author just made me bawl my eyes out. Yes. Yes.
I feel like it's so interesting when you cry because of some piece of art, and exactly like the fact that like it evokes that emotion in you. It feels so much special, that was so much more special than when you're just like obviously crying for life.
But like life sucks sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's funny because I feel like when I was growing up, I really didn't like to cry much. I was just like, I would force myself to not. I was like, that was just, I really, really wouldn't. And I would just be able to do it when I was reading or watching something or listening to music. Yes.
See, what's so odd with like, I've talked about this with maybe Amanda. I'm not really sure, but I cannot, not that I can't cry in front of people, but I'm like
very similar. Yes.
If
it's for a job, for acting, okay, maybe. But like
when I'm like really upset, if I need to cry,
I leave.
I walk out of I would, when I cry, even when I'm alone in my apartment, but I'm like really upset,
Yeah.
I go into my closet, I turn off the lights, and I just cry in the dark because I don't want just like the off chance of someone seeing me cry. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Because I just, not that I feel like crying is like weakness, but like I don't want someone to see me that way. Because when I cry, it's like,
cry.
yeah, like when people are like,
Capital
oh,
CRY.
yeah, like I'm an ugly crier. Like, no, like I wail. Like,
Yeah.
like a banshee.
I do like this trend of people like filming themselves when they cry, but I will say I can't totally get on it because every time I've like tried to like take a picture of someone cry, I'm just like, I hate, like I can't, this is not my thing.
Yeah.
This is not, I do appreciate people sharing that and being like, this was me at a low point and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that is, I'm very similar where I'm like, I can't, no, I want to go into the bathroom by myself, lights are off, on the floor, tears
In
are
a
running.
tub, yeah.
Yeah.
See, but I have also filmed myself sobbing my eyes out.
Okay, but do you feel like, is that feel cathartic to you, or does it feel like?
I can really only do it like if like if I'm like low, because like if I'm just like, if I like miss home, right, and I'm like crying in my closet, like if I whip out a camera, I'm gonna be like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why are you filming yourself cry? But if I'm like really, really like, there's no stopping the tears. It doesn't even matter if there's a camera in front of me. I'm just like, okay,
It's just gonna be there. Yeah.
yeah. And then there are like tears streaming down my face, and then I look back on it, and I'm like, damn, you look rough. But
But it's maybe nice to look back and be like, oh, I'm not in that spot right now.
yes,
which
no,
is kind of nice.
and I love being able to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
This is a little derail. I derail a lot.
I
You
love
can
the
ask
derail.
Amanda. What is the title of your album? Isn't it like, I used to be.
It's I may be an actress, but I can't fake how I feel.
Where did that come from?
So it's the first song on the album.
Okay.
So it's a
How
lyric.
did you come up with? Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, because it's a good question. I think I was writing this song, and that was one of the songs on the album that I wrote by myself. So when I'm writing a song by myself, I take my time with it.
Yeah.
I take days, weeks, months, like a while with it. And I think I've been working on it. I've been working on this idea, and then I remember being in my parking garage and just that line came to me, and I was like, oh, I love that line. I really, really loved it. And the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, I love this line. And I feel it was already after I decided I want to release an album.
Yeah.
Which that was kind of a big step for me. I'd always been doing EPs, and like actually doing an album was like so scary, but it was the right time.
Also, good for you, by the way. Like
God.
writing an album, releasing an album, that must have been a lot of work. And I know it's not like an easy, it's not an easy feat to accomplish and or do. So the fact that you were able to compose an album, I feel like even when it comes to like any type of art, like when actors are in movies or TV shows or singers make albums, whatever it may be, like that is a lot of work. That's a lot of like careful consideration, a lot of like, and I don't know if you're the same way as me, but I'm very like picky with my work.
Yeah.
Like I need it to be perfect. So like having an album of songs that like you love and adore, I can't imagine how.
Oh my God, it was
long
so
that
hard.
took
It
you.
was
Yeah.
so hard. You know, I've also been working on this album like for 8 years because I was at a record label when I first was working at it, and then started working on another record label, and then went independent. So I don't know, when I wrote that line, I was like, wait, all of a sudden, I kind of just had this moment where I saw my whole album aesthetic, and I saw like what I wanted the album to be about, which in a lot of ways is about processing feelings that I feel like I haven't processed in a really long time, if ever.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been acting for 20 something years. Like I've been acting since I've been 5. And so I struggle with this title because it was long. It is long. And I tried cutting it up to, I maybe.
It didn't feel the same.
It didn't. And I feel like, to your point, I just at this point want to do what I want to do. Yeah. And I love that title, and I wanted that title to work. And I was like, I'm going to make it. Didn't feel right without using the whole title. I mean, same with the track list. I have 23 songs on this album. So it's a long track list. Believe it or not, I did edit songs out. I know it seems crazy, but I did. I was like, there are still songs that I've shown fans that they were like, why isn't this song on? And I'm like, oh my God, we have 23 songs. But it felt, I think when you listen to the album, it really does all work together. And they're like fairly short songs, so it's only like a little over an hour.
Okay.
And it's funny because I do know some people for sure, same with me sometimes, like your attention span might not be able to handle it. So I feel like there's ways, like there's like a first half and second half that you can very much listen to. But I don't know. I think I'm at a point, especially because I'm independent, but even beyond that, I just want to put out and make the art that I want to make and not really put limitations on myself because of like expectations that are there.
Yeah, or like what you feel other people might think.
Yes, exactly. Or other people are doing.
Yeah. What is your writing process like when it comes to like creating? My like main question, I guess, is do you feel like there was a point where you wanted to be an actor more than you wanted to sing, or like vice versa?
I think I always loved music. Always, always, always.
Yeah.
I think I fell into acting because my sister's an actress. And I
Yeah.
think, I was 5 and I was like, I want to be like my sister.
Yeah.
I love acting and I can't imagine my life without it. And I very much like feel and have always felt so connected to music and felt that is something deep, deep in my soul of souls that I love and want to be doing. I'm also just way more insecure with it than I am with acting. Ironically, I think it's because I've been acting for so long professionally.
I've noticed this, at least. I think when you really, really, really love something, you're more insecure with it because you're afraid of how other people will perceive it.
Of course.
Because it's like you love something so much, like you love creating music. And then it's like if someone critiques it, it's not that you're not willing to listen to those critiques. It's more so like, I don't understand how you couldn't like something that I love so much and put my heart and soul into.
I also, it's funny, like I'm so open to critiques, like it going back to kind of like writing process, like I co-write a lot and I also write by myself a lot.
Yeah.
And I think, in co-writes you do, that is kind of the vibe, like you're kind of critiquing together. And I'm into that. I think for me, it's just, I felt this sense of peace when I finished this album. I think what's the most brutal sometimes is putting so much work into it and then feeling like you're not sure it's like going anywhere or anyone's listening, right?
Yeah.
And especially because I know I'm very grateful and I have been blessed with having acting projects that do reach people. And when you're independent, you have less resources. You just kind of do.
Yeah.
And so when I was at a label, like the first song I put out did like reach people because there was just more resources attached. But I think that for so many years when I was releasing independently, that's what like was like brutal was, I would love for people to listen and critique and be like, oh, I actually have an issue with this or this.
Yeah.
It's funny because on the acting side, I get, when there's like critiques coming, that I'm always like, oh my God, wait, I can't deal with like critics. I'm like, I could deal with people on Twitter, but not with critics.
I can deal with people on Twitter.
But like,
yeah, work.
but like, I feel like with this album, I just felt so compelled. My whole like adult life, I've been talking about releasing an album, and I just knew in my heart, I need to do this for me, not even for anybody else but for me.
Yeah.
And being able to like finally have it out, there's just something really liberating, overwhelming in a lot of ways because it's like taken so much work, but like liberating to have it out and just not really, I feel like I'm past a point and I'm at this point of peace of like, I don't know what's gonna happen and that's okay. I just, I don't know what the future holds in any shape, way or form.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm like, it's out. I worked so hard on it and it's out and I just want it to be
like
out.
It's relieving.
Yes.
I was also, I could be wrong, but I guess this is like more of a question.
Yeah.
But do you feel that you like working independently more as like an artist when it comes to music? Because I do, like, I've seen even like you'll see interviews or even people on Twitter saying that they wanted to release a song, but their label wouldn't let them. Whereas like when you work independently, you have a lot of control over what goes out and what you're gonna have on your album. Do you enjoy having more of that freedom?
For sure. I mean, can you imagine if I was like, nah, no,
Actually, no.
no, 100. That's the reason you do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I was at labels, and the second label I went to, I released 0 songs under that label. And you don't have that creative freedom that I so thrive on and love to have. Like, and I feel for my process need to have. But I think there's also a reason for sure that so many people like do sign with labels, because I think beyond even like a financial level, it's like the resources
that are there.
Yes, which can be so helpful. And I think sometimes, of course, there's a little bit of a pressure that I feel like I have felt, or teams that I've worked with before in the past have felt, more especially when you come from a platform that, people have watched or people know who you are. There's this pressure of having to compete at a certain level. And so that's why typically most people either like will go with a label or just opt out of like doing it, which I understand both aspects. I love music so much that I think for me, and I love the process and I love every aspect of it, even if I don't have always the resources to like make happen what I want to have happen. But I think for me, I'm like, I could, after my second record deal didn't work out, I could have opted to go for like a third record deal and probably get like a pretty like bad deal.
Yeah.
But at least not put my own money into it and blah, blah, blah. And I think for me, I'm like, no, I just want to put music out and I just want to connect with people and I just want to like be able to have these songs that I've worked so hard on
Also
into
just
the
like not
universe.
be held back.
Yeah,
kind of in a way.
yeah, exactly.
Like you want to be able to like take control and be like, I really want this music out and I'm
Yeah.
going to make it and I'm going to have it out rather than
100%.
being told, no, we're putting a stop to this, or like, yeah, the song is nice, but it's not like good enough. Whereas like you don't care if it's good enough or not. It's more probably
I think for me, it's like there's so much politics that comes into labels of, which is for, I mean, so many things. It's not just
countless
limited
reasons.
to, not just limited to labels, obviously, but right, it's always about, I think, having more of a story rather than just a song, especially if you come from like a platform or something, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how do we build this? And I think I didn't love this aspect of, oh, I have to, there's so much game playing, which I totally get. And I feel almost, not unfortunately, but I know.
Did you just hear my stomach?
Your stomach was like, I'm ready.
So sorry.
No, don't be. Should we get you
Jeez.
some food?
No, I'm okay.
So I was just saying, I think for me, being independent with that freedom of like, I just have to kind of answer to myself, which is really,
Right.
really nice. But again, like I'm open to people like, I will ask my team all the time, like, is this the right song to be a single? Is this like always, is this good enough? All of these different things. Because I think you don't want people just telling you yes by any means.
Do you have a favorite song on your album?
I have a few. It's so hard to pick. Someday is very special to me, that song.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay. I'm going to have to listen to it.
I know.
I'm going to have to listen to your entire album.
I want to hear what you think.
I feel like a fake person because I haven't like listened to it fully, but I definitely need to listen to it.
I want to know what you think for sure.
Do you want to play a game that involves music?
Hell yes.
Well, everyone, we're back with a little game. It's called Guess That Disney Song. And the way that the game works is we are going to pull out strips of paper like we usually do. We're going to read the lyrics. And then as we read them, the other person has to guess the rest of the song. I'm going to pull first so you can try to finish first.
Okay. I'm nervous.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
So long?
This is like...
What?
If you could gaze into the future, you might think life would be a breeze.
Raven Simone, the theme song of That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. That was so much lighter than I thought it was going to be.
No.
And I was about to
You
drop
chuck it across
yeah,
the room.
I really was. Okay.
Is this one really long?
I am so curious if you're going to know this one or not. When the crowd wants more, I bring on the thunder. 'Cause you got my back. And I'm not going under.
The crowd wants more. I bring on the thunder. 'Cause you got my back.
I don't even know what that one is.
Yes, you do. Oh my God, wait, this is the, don't do this to me. Is this literally the theme song to Austin and Ally? Like, come on. I was like, because you got my...
Wait, you're the chord, you're the perfect, oh no, you're the perfect chord, and I see our names together on every billboard. Julia Michaels wrote that song.
Really?
That was her first cut ever.
No way.
She was like 16 or 17.
That is sickening.
Is that the best thing ever?
That is sickening. Let me get you a song.
Okay.
We got it on lock. We'll
Make him say, hey!
And we'll keep rocking.
Oh!
Okay, I've got to move on and be who I am.
Oh, what a song.
I just don't belong here. I hope you understand.
Vanessa Hudgens, High School Musical 2, by the
Yes.
way.
See,
Guys, I'm
like-
going to freaking annihilate this. Because I'm also like, are you a little young? Like, are you... Because you didn't watch... Did you watch that like when it was live? High School Musical 2?
High School Musical 1 and 2.
Really?
Yeah, but I
How
was
old
like-
were you?
High School Musical 1, I was in kindergarten.
What a song. The last time I freaked out, I just kept looking down.
I said, oh, and asked me what I'm thinking about. Felt like I couldn't breathe. You asked what's wrong with me.
My best friend Leslie said, oh, she just being Miley.
It is To See You Again by Miley Cyrus.
So good.
I listened to that on the treadmill.
Are we just annihilating this?
No, we are eating this up.
I
and like
mean,
usually I get so scared.
Are we just...
A hard one? Okay.
Oh my God, it's such a long one.
Make a scene, make a scene. Nobody can ignore. Don't knock it till you rock it. We can't take it no more.
Okay, there's two options. I don't know this right off the bat because part of me is like, I can't fully, is this the Shake It Up theme or is this, okay, it's the Shake It Up theme that Selena Gomez sang. Okay.
Make a scene, nobody can ignore. You can knock it
I
till
love,
you
why
rock
does it also sound like Britney Spears's?
I actually was like, oh my God. Yeah,
Like,
no. When I found out
give
that
me
it was
more.
Selena, I was like, whoa.
What a song. It's been said and done. Every beautiful thought's been already sung.
Wait, hold
And
on.
I guess right now, here's another one.
Oh my God, wait. It's already, wait, can you say it again? I'm so sorry.
It's been said and done. Every beautiful...
And I guess right now here's another one.
That's the one.
I love you like a love song, Selena Gomez.
Woo!
That almost got me.
Oh,
Do you remember what her band was called?
the
Oh, yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Love. Who says?
Who says?
Naturally. Don't get me
We
started.
get it. We get it. We understood the assignment. Here I am in your life. Here you are in mine. Yes, we have a.
Oh, okay, wait. Say this one again.
Here I am in your life. Here you are in mine. Yes, we have a ...
Okay, this one is stumping me.
I can't. I know it. I like know it so well.
Okay, wait. Are you might?
I'm gonna sing it.
Sing
and
it.
I'll sing the.
Yeah.
Here I am in your life. Here you are in mine.
mine.
Yes, we
Have a sweet life.
Yes!
Yes, a sweet life theme song. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Cannot believe you pulled that out.
That was like one of my favorite all-time shows.
Oh my God.
It was
What a
so
show.
good. It
What
was
a
so
show.
good. I like my heart skips a beat when I like see.
Okay, because I do know this one.
I'm nervous.
This might be a tough one. Or maybe
Okay.
not. Maybe you're gonna freaking kill it.
Okay.
I'm boarding up the windows, locking up my heart.
Hurricane Bridget Butler. I'm bored and I'm blowing.
Oh my God.
This was my.
Oh my God. Duh. What an album. Can we just talk about that album?
was-
What an album.
Like
What an album.
I like, you know how.
Guys, I now I feel like a bit of a fake fan.
No.
I
You know how Demi's like redoing all.
want Bridget
if
Stewart.
Hurricane by
But
Bridget.
okay, but here's how would she redo it? Because it's perfect.
It so is, but like just like a revamped, like just like the phrasing of
The
it, like
phrasing.
standing in the eye of the hurricane, like
Just
That's good.
gorge. But even like the verses, I thought the verses were so cool. I was like,
it's just like the beat
Yes.
too.
I did also love her independent stuff
There's
too.
only one more left.
I did love her independent stuff too. I was like, that was really, really good.
Okay, ready? Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my blank?
Reflection. Okay, by Reflection Mulan, or is it also Reflection by Christina Aguilera? I mean, all of the above.
That was supposed to be the hard one. You killed it.
Wait, what?
Really?
That was not supposed to be the hard one.
Like, come
Is this,
on.
wait, this was it.
This is the last one.
This is the last one.
I'm scared.
Oh, this is absolute banger.
Okay.
Gotta turn the world into your dance floor. Determinate. Determinate.
Push it till you can and then demand. This is Lemonade Mouth. Determinate.
Oh my God.
I used to know
Lemonade
the
Mouth.
entire rap. It was like, heaven's a renegade, lemonade, use it as medicine. The reason why the whole world's feeling us instead of them. Feeling that adrenaline stop. Now hurry up and let us in knock. Because I come into your house, yeah. People keep on finding like the lemons in their mouth and the real deal. You know how
Oh my God,
we're just in it for the thrill, you
stop.
just in it for the mill. Get down now. I'm playing around. Get your feet up on the ground and make that sound like gotta turn the world. I swear I knew the rap.
Oh,
I didn't know all of it, but it was there.
it's in here.
It's like one of those things where it's like you know when you like hear a little bit, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like that's like Starships with Nicki Minaj. Like
You know.
you just like
You know. I have to say though, I thought for a really long time that song was gonna make a wave or get a wave instead of get away.
Oh.
Because I thought that was like, she was like, let's go to the beach, let's go get a wave.
Oh, let's go catch a wave.
I thought it was get a wave, like get a wave.
Oh, wait,
like
let's go to the beach,
catch a wave, but get a wave.
Oh, I get that though.
Yeah, but then everyone was like, it's not what it is. It's not what it is.
Asking for a friend.
I mean, I'm just saying.
What is it? What is it?
Let's go get away.
Oh, wait. I thought it was let's go to the beach. Let's go. Oh, let's go get away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know.
Like me inside the
Guys, thank you.
Thank you. But before we go, why don't you tell everyone your social media handles if you guys don't know, and then also where people can find your new album.
Okay, so
Or any upcoming projects you might be working on too.
okay, well, Laura Marano. I also just a piece of my hair just fell out, and I'm just like touching and twirling it.
No, it's
like,
okay. I do it
randomly.
all the time.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know why it feels so right to just do this, but I'm gonna put it away.
Okay.
Is it weird to throw it on the ground?
Like, there are fake leaves on the floor.
There are. Okay.
You're
Be
so
free.
okay.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
Right in the studio.
I literally am here next week, and I literally see you hanging from the
I know.
rafters. Like, hey! I'm like,
You're like, whoa, Laura,
I'm like,
little
wait.
intense. Okay, so it's Laura Marano. And Laura Marano on most platforms, LauraMarano. Sometimes people think my name is Lauren. Sometimes people misspell my last name. So
Get it together, guys.
LauraMarano on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Laura Marano Official on Facebook, because why not be a little different? And then my album, I may be an actress, but I can't fake how I feel, is on all platforms digitally.
Work.
Woo!
All right, everyone. Well, you know where to find me. Spencewuah everywhere except Snapchat because some bitch stole my username.
How dare they?
Right. So now my name on Snapchat is Spencewuah with an M in the middle. But if you guys didn't know, you can find this podcast on all audio streaming platforms. But if you want to see this happening live, and if you really, because Laura looks really good, just go to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel. Make sure to check out the video, like, comment, subscribe, comment who you want to see on here next. And if you like the merch, we have these blankets, the mugs.
Good.
If you go to the description down below in the YouTube video, you can get yourself your own merch. Again, all the support you guys give me and this podcast makes me so happy. Thank you for showing us love. If you don't love me, that's really sad because I love you all so much. But until next time, mwah.
Mwah.